Many people, they were protesting because of uh, uh, because of the currency problem there. The real was going down, and people were protesting. But within the protesters, there were some people who have, they came and they started firing. They started shooting people. I think reform, the scope of reform is everywhere is needed. Like in Iran also it is needed, and I hope that they are doing reforms as much as they can. First missile which they will drop in Iran, that missile will unite the people of Iran.
While many reports suggest that things in Iran are coming under control, there have been pro-Iran rallies in Ladakh as well. Not many know that predominantly Ladakh is a region that has a major Shia population. And so, yes, there are a lot of people who not only support Iran, but also travel to Iran a lot. I'm being joined by one such former journalist of Seher TV that's based out of Iran and now a political analyst. He lives in Kargil. Sajjad Kargili, thank you so much for joining me. Let's begin with what we're seeing on the ground in Ladakh and Kargil, pro-Iran rallies. Explain to us, what is the message from Ladakh?
Thank you, ma'am, for having me here. Basically, it's not the first time when the people of Kargil, not only the people of Kargil, but in entire Ladakh and Jammu and Kashmir, where there is Shia population, especially, and even non-Shia Muslim population, they support the revolution which took place in Iran in 1979, because they have a lot of faith in jurisprudence, Islamic jurisprudence, which was led by Ayatollah Khomeini once upon a time, and now Ayatollah Khamenei, and Ayatollah Sistani in Iraq. And people have deep faith with these two personalities, and that's why they support these two personalities. Also, they have deep faith with the Islamic revolution which took place in Iran in 1979. That's why since then, when Ayatollah Khomeini declared every last Friday of the holy month of Ramadan as Quds Day, since then, every year, the people come out with with huge rallies. People organize, and they express their solidarity with the people of Palestine, and also they express their oneness or solidarity with the Islamic Revolution.
Well, Sajjad, there is no taking away from the fact that there have been problems within Iran, that reforms are essential and are needed. But at this point in time, what is the reading of people who are looking at the situation in Iran and the interference that you see from America?
Basically, America, since the Islamic Revolution came into existence in Iran in 1979, since then America is the country. America and Israel, these two countries are opposing the basic system and the idea of Islamic Revolution. And we have seen it's not the first time when Iran has been attacked by the Western powers, particularly America. In 1951, when Mossadegh was there, and when he nationalized the natural resources, particularly gas and oil there, and then that time too, we have seen that Western powers were very much angry on Mossadegh, and the similar thing is happening currently as well. When we go to the history, and we can find that how Libya has been destroyed by the Americans, and how this with the pretext of in weapons of mass destruction, Iraq has been invaded. These things are repeatedly happening since then. in the name of democracy, they have attacked Afghanistan also. But those people who have, supported by the Western countries and the Western powers, particularly America, which Hillary Clinton also, she confirmed it in one of her speech, that the Al Qaeda, which they have funded, they have sponsored, later they have made their own enemy. The organization which they have created, they made them their own enemy, and they invaded Afghanistan in the name of Al Qaeda, in the name of Taliban, which they have created initially. So these things are happening. This is the old playbook of America and Israel, which we are seeing for last decades. And what is happening in Iran? We know that Iran is under sanctions for last 35 years. Economic sanctions are there, and yes, many people, they were protesting because of the uh, uh, because of the currency problem there. The real was going down, and people were protesting. But within the protesters, there were some people who have, they came and they started firing. They started shooting people, killed more than 100 of security forces. And then when they stopped this internet, and now we came to know that everything is now under control, which the
Right.
Iranian government is also saying. And we have seen on the same way, we have seen millions of people, they have supported the Islamic Revolution on the on the 8th, on Monday, when we saw in Tehran and other parts of in Isfahan, Shiraz, Qom, where people came into the streets and they have protested and expressed solidarity with the regime and the Islamic Revolution. One thing
Right,
I want to
Sajjad,
add here.
Sajjad, but all this aside, there is this not also a wake-up call? The economic protests aside, there have been protests in the past as well. A wake-up call to the regime that there is indeed a need for reforms within the Iranian society as it is today.
Yes, that is. I think reform, the scope of reform is everywhere is needed. Like in Iran, also it is needed, and I hope that they are doing reforms as much as they can. But there are people were protesting against the real downfall, and the government is there ruling, which is the reformist party is in power. That is led by Masoud Pezeshkian, and now the entire Western media has turned these all protesters between the protesters and Ayatollah Khamenei. Ayatollah Khamenei is a supreme leader. He has nothing to do with the governance system. He is the supreme authority, like we have president of India here. He is like the supreme authority there in Iran. So what the basic problem of the
No, it's
West is
not the
their
same. It's
hypocrisy
not
is
the
there.
same if you're talking about the president in India and the supreme leader in Iran. Authority wise, responsibility wise, in terms of power, they're hugely different. The supreme leader does hold a lot of authority and power in Iran.
But they have elected representatives from every area there. They have also the parliament system is there. They have elected president is there, and he is responsible for the governance. Yes, supreme leader is there for he also take charges of security, and also the religious jurisprudence he has. But the governance system controlled by the local parliament. And that is why the to understand Iran, we have to understand the setup there. So what the source is, the news is coming from Iran to us, like we mostly in our media also, most of the media, they quote Reuters, Times, or these all medias, which are mostly either they are pro West or pro America. That's
That
why the genuine opinion is not coming out. That is the basic reason that there is a misunderstanding.
Sajjad, as a political analyst, what is your reading on what the intent is over here? Is it complete fragmentation and balkanization of Iran?
I don't think so, because the system is very deep rooted, and I have seen that society very closely, because I have been there for 5 times, and I have seen that the people, they are very very core. They have very very core belief with the system there, and that's why for 37 years, despite of sanctions, despite of entire, we can say that the superpowers are opposing the regime, the government there, the revolution, the government is still exists. This is because of the people's faith with the government. And that's why I think the when America will try to invade Iran, that first missile which they will drop in Iran, that missile will unite the people of Iran. So I think it will be very, very, not good for the Western powers, and it will not harm the regime or Islamic this revolution setup.
All right. On that note, Sajjad
So
Kargili,
very
thank
deep.
you
It
so
is
much
very
for
deep
joining
rooted
us.
society, and
Thank
thank
you.